Hi, high school chemistry teachers. I'm Kendra, creator of ChemEd Solutions, and it's my mission to change the narrative of high school chemistry from yuck to yay by designing student and teacher materials that allow you to focus on what matters most, getting all your students to be confident and successful without the burden of using your personal time to do so. I support you by giving you my best proven tips vetted by thousands of students, parents, and case managers. So today's tip is from the unit on acids and bases, looking at acid-base terminology. So the acid-base unit has many new vocabulary words for students to understand to successfully apply the new concepts that are taught. And this isn't something that's as typical in some of the earlier units. They've heard some of those words, but this one we get a little bit more vocabulary. So one set of vocabulary words that are commonly used and commonly mixed up for students are analyte and titrant. So typically we teach students the following definitions. We say, well, the analyte is the solution of unknown concentration and titrant is the solution of known concentration, which, yeah, that's true. However, that doesn't give students a ton of information. It also seems kind of randomly assigned to the definition of the word. Well, how do I know analyte's unknown? I just have to memorize that when no, what's better to add in some verbs so students can start to visualize them. So some better definitions would be an analyte is a solution whose unknown concentration is analyzed in a titration, and a titrant is a solution that's used to titrate in a titration with known concentration. It's a tool. We use it. We titrate with the titrant. They go together. You analyze the analyte. Also, that's why it's called an analyte, because you analyze it. Again, root words go together. So that is helpful, but we can even take it a step further. So yes, we're using the roots of the words that the students know the meaning of, analyze, and is hearing a lot of titrate and titration, help them to better place the vocabulary word in the greater picture of the unit. But furthermore, we can go on to describe where each is found in the titration experimental setup, because hopefully you're able to do a titration with your students. Just a simple vinegar with sodium hydroxide is great. Or you could even use pipettes and do it there as well instead of a burette. But an even better definition is an analyte is the solution measured into an Erlenmeyer flask, because that is the vessel that we are putting our unknown into, whose unknown concentration is analyzed during a titration. Again, that really describes our analyte. It helps them really understand, okay, it's the thing I'm analyzing because I don't know what it is, and where do I put the thing I don't know about? In my Erlenmeyer flask. And my titrant, a solution of a known concentration placed into the burette used to titrate within the titration. So that really describes them and helps students understand it. And you could even go through this whole progression with your class, so that way they really sink in of which one is which and why. So I would ask my students to identify the analyte and the titrant in the following experiment, and additionally tell me where they should be placed in a titration experimental setup. So it says students are asked to complete a titration of household vinegar with 1 molar solution of sodium hydroxide. So I would want to know that my students can identify that the analyte is vinegar and that it goes into the Erlenmeyer flask, and that my titrant is 1 molar sodium hydroxide, and that would go into my burette. To never miss a weekly teacher toolkit tip and get access to a PDF copy of both the teacher, which is here, which we just went through, but I also have a student version that you can use in class. When you sign up for my email newsletter at www.chemedsolutions.com/chemguide. In addition to weekly teacher toolkit tips like this, when you sign up, I have a few gifts just for you as a way to say thank you for joining. This includes a high school chemistry course outline of everything that you should be teaching, a pacing guide that tells you how long to spend on each one, a unit checklist including NGSS standards, and my personal teacher planner to keep yourself organized, less stress, and enjoying life. And if these notes were helpful to you and you want more of them, there's a way for you to go ahead and purchase a full year's worth of our guided notes, both the teacher copy and student copy, along with videos of me giving you more helpful hints on how best to teach everything. Thank you for joining in, and happy sciencing!